Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Roman Reigns will make his presence felt on the upcoming episode of SmackDown. The OTC will compete in a blockbuster triple threat match against Seth Rollins and CM Punk at WrestleMania 41. Tonight's show is expected to see the fallout of last week's explosive contract signing. There is a high chance that things could get chaotic ahead of the show of shows. From sending an ultimatum to a legendary name to shedding light on his future, there are several things that Reigns can do on the blue brand. It could heat up his ongoing feud with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Let's look at 4 things Roman Reigns can do on WWE SmackDown tonight. 4. He can deliver a resounding promo. Roman Reigns is set to main event his 10th WrestleMania this year, and that is indeed a historic feat. Therefore, he could show up on SmackDown tonight and deliver a passionate promo. The former Universal Champion could address the WWE Universe and talk about his accolades. He could state how he stands at the top of this industry. The OTC can also vow to destroy Seth Rollins and CM Punk at the show of shows and walk out of Las Vegas as the winner. Reigns could simply walk away with Paul Heyman after the potential promo segment on the show. Number 3. The OTC can get involved in a brawl. WrestleMania is on the horizon, and it is almost impossible that this feud does not see another chaotic throw of fists. Last week on SmackDown, Seth Rollins was furious to see Roman Reigns giving CM Punk the privilege of being in the main event of WrestleMania 41. Tonight, the OTC might be confronted by an angry Rollins. Both superstars could get involved in a heated exchange of words, with the visionary questioning the former. It could eventually lead to a chaotic brawl in the ring between the two former Shield brothers. 2. Roman Reigns can question Paul Heyman's loyalties. Another major thing Roman Reigns can do on the blue brand tonight is put Paul Heyman on trial. Despite getting to headline WrestleMania, CM Punk stated last week it was not the favor he asked from the wise men. This raised a lot of eyebrows, with various speculations swirling around. Therefore, Reigns can question Heyman about where his loyalties lie. The head of the table can showcase last week's footage where his special counsel was seen embracing and adoring Punk. He could put Paul Heyman in a dilemma, forcing the veteran to reveal what he has been cooking lately. 1. The Tribal Chief can reveal his post-WrestleMania plans. Roman Reigns can make one thing very clear during his upcoming appearance on SmackDown. He could reveal what lies ahead of him after WrestleMania 41. The Tribal Chief could make a bold declaration that he is coming after the undisputed WWE Championship after he is done with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Reigns could state that the title belonged to him and that he would reclaim it after the show of shows. All in all, the OTC could put both Cody Rhodes and John Cena on notice ahead of their big title match in Las Vegas. However, he could soon get interrupted by his WrestleMania opponents. Roman Reigns' absence from WWE SmackDown has left a noticeable void, but with speculation mounting about his return, fans are eager to see what the Tribal Chief has in store. As the head of the table, Roman Reigns has plenty of options for making a massive impact when he steps back onto the blue brand. Here are 4 things Reigns can do on WWE SmackDown tonight that would shake the foundation of the WWE Universe. 1. Confronts Solo Sikoa for seizing control of the Bloodline. In Roman Reigns' absence, Solo Sikoa has taken over the Bloodline, seemingly solidifying his role as the new leader. Under his guidance, the faction has continued to assert dominance, but Reigns has never been one to relinquish control willingly. If Reigns returns tonight, a tense face-to-face showdown between him and Solo could be inevitable. Would Reigns acknowledge Solo's authority, or would he remind him who the true Tribal Chief is? The Samoan powerhouse could test Solo's loyalty and demand an explanation for the faction's recent decisions, including the introduction of Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga into the group. This confrontation could lead to an internal war within the Bloodline, creating must-see television. 2. Issue a challenge to Cody Rhodes for WrestleMania 41. The WWE Universe is still buzzing from Cody Rhodes' victory over Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. Since then, Reigns has been absent, but if he returns tonight, he may have revenge on his mind. One of the biggest moves Reigns could make is to call out Cody Rhodes and demand a rematch for the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41. This would set the stage for a year-long build-up, allowing both men to engage in a psychological war before their inevitable clash. Would Reigns be able to reclaim his title and re-establish his dominance, or would Cody cement himself as the permanent face of WWE? Either way, such a challenge would send shockwaves through the locker room and the WWE Universe alike. 3. Target a new superstar to send a message. Roman Reigns is known for asserting his dominance in dramatic fashion. If he returns tonight, he may choose to make an example out of a rising star to re-establish himself as WWE's alpha. Potential targets could include LA Knight, who has been gaining momentum, or even the newly signed Julia, who could be making her SmackDown debut soon. If Reigns ambushes a top talent, it would send a clear message that he's back and ready to reclaim his spot at the top. A brutal beatdown or a surprise attack backstage could set up his next major feud and keep fans on edge about what's next for the Tribal Chief. 4. Announce his plans to take back the WWE Championship. Even though Roman Reigns lost his championship at WrestleMania, he has never outright admitted defeat. If he appears on SmackDown tonight, he might finally break his silence about his future. Instead of rushing into a feud, Reigns could take a more calculated approach and announce his long-term plan to reclaim the WWE Championship. He could tease an alliance with Paul Heyman once again or even introduce a new enforcer to assist him in his mission. Perhaps he has been training in silence, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. If Reigns plays the long game, his return could be even more devastating when he finally does make his move. Conclusion: Roman Reigns' return to SmackDown is highly anticipated, and when he does show up, he must make a statement. Whether he confronts Solo Sikoa, targets Cody Rhodes, sends a message to an unsuspecting star, or announces his grand plan, his next move will define the future of WWE. The Tribal Chief has never been one to stay down for long, and tonight could be the beginning of another legendary chapter in his career. Let me know if you want any tweaks or additional details.